Hey everyone, this is actually the third video I'm making. I tried recording the first one and it didn't work, and then I tried recording the second one and I did it in the wrong place, so it didn't upload. Epic fail. So let's just do it again. I ranted for 6 minutes the first time and 10 minutes the next time, so maybe I can come to a median. Alright, let's do this. I wrote a note. It was a very long note. It was a very angry note. It was a teenage angst note. I think that's something you can call it. And it was about the school I go to. I don't know if a lot of you know, because I actually have a lot of non-Jewish friends. It's a Jewish private institution, and it tends to be very strict, because that's what Jewish or religious institutions usually are. So you could imagine that I would not do well in those conditions. I mean, look at me. I'm wearing a guy's striped sweatshirt from Forever 21, which is a really awesome store, by the way. I'm bohemian. I'm different. I don't know, like, people have called me different things throughout my life. So I got a lot of happy mail from this note that I wrote. A lot of people were very supportive, and some people, you know, understand what I'm going through, so they were like, yeah, go you, go Ellie, she knows what she's talking about, yeah. Which was really great, so thank you all a lot for actually supporting me, because I usually don't get that a lot. Then I got the hate mail, which is really cool because I feel like Maddox, or I feel like 4chan, because, you know, I got all this hate mail and I caused all this, like, ruckus, good word. So, you know, a bunch of girls decided to team up against me and tell me how much of a freak I am because I am apparently anti-religion and atheist. Which is not true. So I guess this video is to get my anger out and to clear some things up about what I believe in and why you guys should just shut up and get your heads out of your asses, because there's nothing wrong with me. What you say doesn't really leave a dent in me. It doesn't affect me. You're just proving my point that religious people tend to have a holier-than-thou outlook on their lives, and how they usually like to believe that they are better than you because they think they talk to God more better than you do. Ouch. So, I'm an artist. I'm the only person at my school who is enrolling into music school. Actually, I'm the only kid ever who has ever enrolled into music school. Everyone else, since the beginning of the school's establishment, which was in the 30s, I think, no one's ever been to music school except for me. I want to be an opera singer, in case you guys didn't know. Or just any kind of singer, you know, whatever. Take it as you will. So a lot of the people at my school think I'm insane, and they're like, why do you want to do that? Why don't you just go to Columbia? Why don't you just go into pre-med? Why don't you just be an engineer? That's a tough question. I think we'll have to sit and ponder that for a few minutes. Okay, first of all, I suck at school. I get B's and occasionally A's. For you public school kids or anyone else who doesn't go to a private school, it's very, very competitive. The GPA is somewhere around a 3.6 or 3.7. At average SAT score is about 2000, 1900. I got like a 1000 in the SAT. I feel no guilt, I feel no shame. It's not my thing, but these schools are very, very competitive and very anal about academic careers and stuff, whereas I'm not. I'm a musician, I'm an artist, I'm a photographer, I'm a writer. They are really caught off guard by this, and they don't really understand why I do the things I do. So they give me crap for it. One time when I was in 10th grade, I wrote a really angry poem. A principal forced me to read it to him, and I was almost thrown out of school because it was so angry. In public schools, that would be a violation of the right to privacy, and I could have sued. However, because it's a private school, some of the amendments do not exist. So therefore I could not take any legal action. But because I did something artistic, and that was the way that I got out my stress, I almost got kicked out of school for that, therefore almost demolishing my entire academic career. I got into a great school, everything's okay now, but people wonder why I'm so aggravated with the school that I go to. And I'm aggravated at them because they don't realize that I'm doing it for a reason, and that, like, while there are girls that are walking around with skirts that go up to their ass, like, I wear funky clothing and I'm therefore held against, it doesn't make any sense. They have a dress code, actually. No one follows the dress code. I follow the dress code. I have never violated the dress code once in my life because I don't need to. I find other ways to express myself. I wear mismatched clothing. I mix brown and black. People get mad at me more, and I've never really violated anything. In fact, we have services in the morning. I tend to not pray because I don't follow that, but they get mad at me because I was reading, whereas there were some girls that were actually sitting next to others who were trying to pray, and they were talking, and that they were being very, very disrespectful. I try to be as respectful as possible, but I get in trouble for reading a book, whereas the little 8th graders that, like, you know, talk and eat during services in a house of prayer and whole, like, sacredness, don't get in trouble. I don't understand it. I'm not going to even try. I've been trying a very long time. I'm just going to stop. And I guess my message to everyone out there who hates me is that learn to fucking accept who I am, because I'm not changing, honey. I'm sorry. This is me. I'm Eliana Rampage. Nice to meet you. I'm not changing. I'm religious. I pray to God through music, through poetry, through photography. I find beauty in nature. I reflect on it. That is the most spiritual thing for me. I don't find that reading a book in Hebrew elevates me to a higher spiritual level. I find that going to places, watching sunsets, commenting on it, looking at what God created, that is something beautiful to me. And you need to learn to accept that this is who I am. I'm sorry that I'm not you. I'm sorry that I'm not a clone of everything that you want me to be, but I never will be. I get tastes of real life, and that's why I'm so excited for college. I was at my boyfriend's house all of last week, and I managed to meet a bunch of extremely talented musicians and extremely talented artists and writers and dancers, and it was a beautiful experience for me because I go to a school that has like a girls choir that is essentially a cheerleading squad. The people I hung out with actually went to the Berkeley Jazz Festival and won first place last year. That's a big deal. That is a very, 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 very big deal. And I really appreciated that I got to meet these people, and you know, it's really frustrating to be the only musician. And you guys may say, oh, we're artists. You're not going into it professionally. Anyone can be an artist. I'm a professional. I'm going into my life saying I'm gonna devote my life to music. It's very hard to be the only person at a school who is the only person who is pursuing music or art as a career. You can't argue with that because I'm right. Everyone in my grade is going to an Ivy League or is going to some Jewish-y college like Maryland where like 40% of the population is Jewish. That isn't what I'm looking for, and I'm sorry if that pisses you off, but get over it. Like, please, get over yourselves. If you come up to school to me tomorrow, I'm going to turn my back and I'm going to walk away from you. And maybe even flip you off if I feel like wasting my energy of moving like this. But I might not, because I'm going to be tired because it's going to be the first day of school after vacation. So I guess that's all I really have to say to you. Again, thank you to everyone who's been supportive. I know that you all know I've been having a really hard time with this. I guess I am fighting back, and thank you guys so much for understanding what I'm going through. I think this is a 10-minute video. I hope you all listen to it. Thank you, and to everyone who's against me, you have no idea what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with me, and if you guys think I'm crazy. So if you think I'm crazy, why are you trying to convince me? Obviously, you're just trying to prove it to yourselves, and I feel bad for you that this is what you waste your time doing. I'm sorry. I'm an individual. There's nothing you can do about it. Peace out.